Hi, I am Sol Jimenez Rebora and I am here to talk about speciation. First of all, I will show you the definition of species. All members of a species must have the ability to interbreed and produce fertile offspring. Also, they must share similar DNA profiles. But there are some problems with these definitions. First of all, hybrid individuals. It is a mixture of two species. Example, the mule. It's not fertile. Second, infertile individuals. They can't have a baby and will never produce offspring. Also, asexual reproduction. It needs only one cell to reproduce. Example, bacteria will never interbreed. Finally, geographical isolation. Individuals that are physically far away, isolated and alone, will never interbreed. But that doesn't mean that they don't belong to any species. Now that you know the definitions and the problems, let's go to the types of speciation. There are two types, allopatric and sympatric. The allopatric speciation. In different geographical areas, the physical barrier separates the population. Each population develops independently under different conditions. For example, first there was a type of tree. Then a mountain came in, and the trees had to separate from each other. So, one type of trees grew in one side, and another type of trees grew in the other side. Furthermore, in the same geographical area, and the time of reproduction or behavior of some members is incompatible with others. What does this mean? Let's give an example. First, there was one type of trees, but some had different time of reproduction. That means that they divided into two groups in the same geographical area. Time passed and these two groups ending up being two different species. Before we move on, here is the definition of evolution. Small changes, generations in the same species. Now that you know the definition, there are two types of evolution, divergent and convergent. Divergent is when new species are formed from a common ancestor species. As each new population goes accumulating changes, the species tend to be each time more different. For example, homologous structures. That is a strong indicator that the organisms evolved from common ancestors. In addition, the convergent evolution. That is when organisms that have different ancestors evolve similar characteristics. This may occur because conditions in the environment favor these particular features. Example, analogous structures. That shows, for example, how a bat wing, a bird wing, and an insect wing have so much alike and looks very, very familiar, although they do not come from the same common ancestor. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed very, very much.